Wow, how are you guys doing out there today?
Okay.
Welcome to Audrey's Reading Area. We are here live, Live, live at 5. Yes, and I have my cuz, yes, Gigi Bear. I have Gigi Bear here with me again. And we are about to read another fun, exciting, it's supposed to be Multicultural Wednesday. It is a kind of cultural book, but my apologies because I don't have the background props since I am not at home. And I did look all over the place trying to find matching props for the background. So all I have is the serene lake. Yes, the name of the book is Alligator, baby. And yes, there is supposed to be one alligator that was spotted in this lake here. One alligator. Hopefully it won't come out while I'm reading, because you will see nothing but dust. Nothing but dust. We'll be gone. But anyway, the name of this is Alligator Baby. I have a baby, but we don't have a baby alligator. So don't forget, you guys, to click the like button. Don't forget to hit share. And when I'm done here, I'm going to put a link up there. And you click that link, it'll take you straight to Audrey's Reading Area. You could smash that subscribe button for me. Don't forget to punch that notification bell so you can be notified every single time. And you'll be the first to know every time I upload a new video. Don't be late. Yeah, you're going to be on time if you punch that notification bell. Now, don't forget, starting in January, I'll be going live straight from YouTube, if at all possible. Unless there's any changes, I will be going live straight from YouTube. So, we will begin reading this book, Alligator Baby. First shout out to my Uncle Edser and my Auntie Gigi. Shout out, you guys, Uncle Edser, my Aunt Gigi, letting me use their beautiful backyard. Again, thank you so much. Also, we will be reading this right now. So also, the author is Robert Munsch. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. Forgive me if I'm not. Robert Munsch. And it's illustrated by Martchenko. Michael Martchenko. Alligator Baby. Let's jump right into this book. So, one night, Kristen's mother woke up and yelled, "A baby! A baby! I'm having a baby!" I'm having a baby. Kristen's father jumped up, zoomed around the room, got dressed, and grabbed Kristen's mother by the hand. They ran downstairs to the car and drove really fast. Vroom! Unfortunately, they got lost. They didn't go to the hospital. They went to the zoo. Oh, no. But it was okay. Kristen's mother had a lovely baby. Then they drove home and knocked on their front door. Blam, 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 blam. Kristen opened the door, and there was her mother holding something all wrapped up. "Kristen," she said, "would you like to see your new baby brother?" "Oh, yes," said Kristen. So Kristen lifted up the bottom of the blanket. She saw a long green tail and said, That's not a people tail. That's not a people tail." Kristen lifted up the middle of the blanket, saw a green claw, and said, "That's not a people claw." Kristen lifted up the top of the blanket, saw a long green face with lots of teeth, and said, "That's not a people face. That is not my baby brother. That is not my baby brother." "Now, Kristen," said her mother, "don't be jealous." She said, "Don't be jealous." Just then, the baby reached up and bit Kristen's mother on the nose. She yelled, "Ah!" Then the baby reached up and bit her father on the nose. He yelled, "Ah!" "That's not a people baby," said Kristen. "That's an alligator baby." "Goodness," said her mother, we've got the wrong baby. They got the wrong baby. So Kristen put the alligator baby into the fish tank, and her mother and father drove back to the zoo. They came back in an hour and knocked on the door. Blam, 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 blam. Kristen opened the door and her mother said, "Would you like to see your new baby brother?" "Oh, yes," said Kristen. Kristen lifted up the bottom of the blanket, saw a fishy tail, and said, "That's not a people tail." Kristen lifted up the middle of the blanket, saw a flipper, and said, "That's not a people flipper." Kristen lifted up the top of the blanket, saw a face with whiskers, and said, "That's not a people face. That is not my baby brother. No, no, no. That is not my baby brother." They probably need to check before they bring these babies home, right? "Now, Kristen," said her mother, "don't be jealous." Just then the baby reached up with his flipper and flapped the father in the face. Whack, 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 whack. He yelled, "Ah!" "It's a seal baby. We've got the wrong baby." So Kristen put the seal baby in the bathtub, and her mother and father drove back to the zoo. Wow. So he said, "Whack, whack, 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 whack." Whack, whack, whack. They came back in an hour and knocked on the door. Blam, 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 blam. They said, "Kristen, would you like to see your new baby brother?" "Oh, yes," said Kristen. She lifted up the bottom of the blanket, saw a very hairy leg, and said, that's not a people leg." She lifted up the middle of the blanket, saw a very hairy arm, and said, "That's not a people's arm." She lifted up the top of the blanket, saw a very hairy face, and said, "That's not a people face. That is not my brother. No." "Now, Kristen," said her mother, "don't be jealous."
Not jealous.
She said, "Don't be jealous." Then the baby reached up with his feet and grabbed her mother's ears and her father's ear, and they both yelled, "Ah! It's a gorilla baby. We've got the wrong baby." "Let me do it," said Kristen. So her mother and father put the gorilla baby on the chandelier in the living room, and Kristen went off to the zoo on her bicycle. She went on her bicycle. She's got to go get the right baby. First, Kristen looked into the snake cage. She looked into the snake cage. Uh-oh. No people babies. Then Kristen looked into the wombat cage. No people babies. Then Kristen looked in the elephant cage. No people babies. Then she stopped and listened. From far away she heard, "Wah! Wah! Wah! Wah!" "That's more like it," said Kristen. She followed the sound. It was coming from the gorilla cage. Kristen looked at the mommy gorilla and said, "Give me my baby brother." The gorilla jumped away and wouldn't give the baby back at all. Uh-oh. That's a problem. He won't give his baby back. Then the people baby reached up and bit the gorilla on the nose, and the gorilla yelled, "Ah!" and handed the baby to Kristen. Kristen jumped on her bicycle and pedaled home. Oh my goodness, look at that. She's like, "Take the baby. It bit me." And she pedaled home. Kristen knocked on the door. Blam, 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 blam. When her parents opened it, she said, "Would you like to see your new baby?" Kristen's mother lifted up the bottom of the blanket and said, Look, people legs. Show the people legs. Look, people legs. Look at that, people legs. She lifted up the middle of the blanket and said, look, people hands. People hands. She lifted up the top of the blanket and said, look, a people face. A people face. Kristen's mother picked up the baby and gave it a big hug. Give the baby a big hug. Hug the baby. Yes, a big hug. Her father took the baby and gave it a big hug. And her mother said, Kristen, Kristen, you got the baby back. Good for you. Aw. We got the baby back. But what are we going to do with all these other babies? That's a good question, right? Yelled Kristen's father. There is a seal baby in the bathtub, and an alligator baby in the fish tank, and a gorilla baby hanging from the chandeliers. We should take them back to the zoo. But Kristen looked out the window and said, look at that. Kristen looked out the window and said, I don't think we have to do anything at all. They all came to get their babies. They all came to get their babies. Look at that. So she said, I don't think we have to do anything at all. And everything was okay until Kristen's mother had twins. Twins. Oh, no. Wow. Thank you guys so much for being here and listening to us read fun and exciting books like this. Yes. Shout out to my mom, Beverly, who's always here as I read. Thank you for always being here. Leo Carlos, thank you so much for being here and showing support. Jillian, my girl Jillian, thank you for being here. I know I saw Samuel Klein, longtime friend of mine. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my cousin Patsy and her darlings, her darling babies, her five babies, 4 girls, 1 boy. Yes, babies. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my girl Victoria and my cousin Ellie and my girl Sheena G for always sharing my videos with everybody on their page, which means more and more people get to see and listen to me read fun and exciting books like this to you. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled and I appreciate your love. Once again, I'll see you tomorrow, right? Live, L-I-V-E. I'll be live at 5. 5?
5.
Let's do it again. Live, L-I-V-E. Live at 5 tomorrow. Thank you, and I will see you then.